beat on. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Shield Squad, what is up, man? Welcome to Protect the Shield podcast. I'm your boy Chris, where my opinions might not always be popular, but they will always be authentic, man. I appreciate everybody stopping by. You know, you guys could be anywhere on this Friday night, but you guys here chilling with me, man. So I appreciate it. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe, like and share. You know, I work hard to give you guys content, man, and just, you know, give the Raider Nation a voice, man. So, you know, I appreciate you guys being here. I got a good panel today. Two guys I really respect, man. So I can't wait to get into that, to talk some ball. We got about 6 days left. I think 6 days until the draft, man. So, you know, we definitely got some excitement going on so we can kind of get past all the speculation, man. So I can't wait to actually be out there in Detroit to, you know, see that live, man. But I got to shout out to the chat. A shout out to Mother Moon in the building, man. Appreciate you, Mother Moon, for coming through. Got my boy Raider Resistance Prez, man. Appreciate you coming through, man. Got Brian Rodriguez in the building. Salute to you. Got my boy OJ Raider in the building. What's good? Got my man Raider Paul in the building, man. Raider Paul, appreciate you stopping through. Got my brother TRS member, my boy Rundown. And in fact, next week on Friday, actually, I'm sorry, not Friday, but on Thursday, Raider Rundown is going to be broadcasting on my show along with his drive. He's going to do draft content, you know, pretty much most of the day. So make sure you guys come on there, show him love. I'm going to be in and out, you know, because again, me, Leo, and Turf, we're actually going to be live at the draft. So we're going to be, you know, letting you guys get our live reactions and stuff is popping up, man. So definitely make sure you guys check him out. And shout out to my brother Rundown. Got my boy Rafa in the building. What's going on? Real talk, Raider Nation. He said, what's up, brother? Got my Zimas ready with you. No Zimas tonight, man. We going strong in the paint, man. We going strong in the paint. Let's see. Alfredo, man. Appreciate you. Got my girl, Spicy Raider Girl. So appreciate you as well. So we about to get this thing started, but right before that, you know we got to do.
It be that R, it be that A, it be that I, our defense bang. It be that E, it be that R, it be that S on our chest that got us far. We be them Raiders, we be them Raiders, we be them Raiders, just wanna be that hater. We be them Raiders, we be them Raiders, we be them Raiders, we be them Raiders. Give me a stack, I'ma turn it to some racks. LA didn't wanna give us a home, but LV got us on the map. That me a fact, I've let it all on silver and black. Hard Carson and Mad Max got me in, but I've been down since the 90s. You don't want the black hole, homie, don't try me. Players roll keep some say that we grind me, but we bring the revenue every time we grinding. Third and some and Wallace done. Rip Fro caught and now he's spinning. Mariota on third, he's sprinting. R.I.P. Madden, all Davis, and all of the Raiders fans that we lost since the beginning. It be that R, it be that A, it be that I, our defense bang. It be that E, it be that R, it be that S on our chest that got us far. We be them Raiders, we be them Raiders, we be them Raiders, just win, be the haters.
Let's get it. Let's get it. First to the stage. Got my man, Raider Earn, in the building. He's been here before. What's up, boy?
What's going on, my man? How can you hear me?
Yeah, you good, man. Appreciate you coming through. My boy Earn from SoCal Raider Report, man. How you feeling, man?
Sir. Very good, man. I'm very excited for the draft. I'm very excited to be with you on a Friday night, man. I'm sorry I missed you guys last week, but I'm stoked, man. I'm stoked.
No, it's all good, man. I always enjoy having you on, man. So glad that we can get a show in before the draft, man. Definitely respect your opinion, your takes, man. And I got a newcomer to the show. Got my boy Walter from Dub Raider, also Stogie Nation, man. Walter, how you doing, my friend?
Cool, Chris. How you doing, brother? Thanks for the invite.
Yeah, no problem, man. I'm glad to have you. So I know Raider Earn's been on here before, but Walter, man, kind of, before we get it kicked off, man, tell everybody kind of what you got going on and the kind of things that you do for the nation and where they can find your stuff.
Okay, well, first of all, I'm a lifelong Raider fan. I actually am a graphic designer by trade, and I created my original designs for whenever I would go to a Raider game. And every time I would go, everybody would be like, "Hey, man, where'd you get that shirt? Or where'd you get that hat? Or where'd you get, whatever design I was wearing?" And I would tell them that I would make it, and everybody said, "Hey, well, can you hook me up?" And I was like, "Well, I wasn't really planning on selling it," and that's how it kind of started. So from that point, I just started Dub Raider Designs. I started creating designs for myself personally to use, but now also to share with the Raider Nation. And also, being that I feel that the Raider Nation is one big family, I'm here to help my Raider brothers and sisters if they have like merch or if they want to do e-commerce or stuff like that. I try to help them in every which way I can. If it's organizing the e-commerce site, if it's creating designs, if it's printing, any of that sort. I've already been talking to you, Chris, about doing something, getting your stuff organized. Been working with MC Raider, been working with Cheeto Linus, and I'm trying to help out the nation and get that aspect of their I guess merch a little bit more organized, to make it more streamlined and have them focus more on what's important, which is the content that they create.
Facts. No, I definitely appreciate that. Like I respect everything that you do. And plus you got UMC Raider tell us about Stogie Nation real quick.
Oh yeah, well, this is a funny story because MC Raider and we actually met by coincidence at my favorite cigar lounge. It's called Bo Cigar Lounge in the city of Bellflower.
Yeah.
I had come in just from getting a fresh haircut. I usually go get a stick, have a seat, and relax for an hour or two. So as I'm walking into the cigar lounge, I see this guy sitting down smoking a stick, decked out in Raider gear, right? So I'm like, "Ooh, I'm gonna talk to this dude," right? So I grab my stick, I grab my drink, and I sit down right in front of him. We start chopping it up. Next thing you know, he's like, "Hey, do you know me?" And I was like, "You look familiar." He's like, "Yeah, because you're looking at me like you know me, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, maybe." I thought you were like a friend's friend or something like that, because Southern California is pretty small, so you run into people all the time, especially in the Raider Nation. So he starts telling about what he does, the content that he creates. I'm like, "Oh, that's where I seen you." So, we hooked up. Next thing you know, started doing some work for him, started giving him some information on e-commerce and banners, stickers, and shirts and stuff like that. And because we both have cigar smoking in common, we're like, "Hey, man, well, why don't we do a podcast together?" Introduce the Raider Nation to the hobby of cigar smoking, because unfortunately, a lot of people believe that cigars are like cigarettes,
right?
Where it's a habit. It's not a habit. It's a hobby.
Yeah.
Because to me, that's actually what it is. It's just a hobby, hang out. There's things you have to do in order to prepare to be a cigar smoker.
Right.
You got to know how to maintain your humidor. You got to know what to smoke, how to smoke it, when to smoke it. Pairing cigars with wine, with hard alcohol, with even coffee or soft drinks. So it's actually more of a hobby than it is a habit. Unfortunately, what people believe. So we started doing that. Next thing you know, turns out that one of my good friends owns a cigar company.
Yeah.
Called Angelino Cigars, which is what I'm smoking right now, and they decided to sponsor us. So now we have Stogie Nation sponsored by Angelino Cigars, and they're also a local cigar company. Small, small company, up and coming as well. But we're helping each other out. And like I said, we're here for the nation to introduce them to the hobby of cigar smoking. If they don't like it, it's all good. But we're here if they want to know.
For sure, I love that. Raider Earn, man, what's going on, man? Tell us about your podcast, man.
Man, you got me on the right show though. This homie with the cigars, I love that.
Oh yeah, you're the one.
That, get to smoke and all that. But
yes, sir.
And I like how you put it down. It's true because that's exactly how my homie Raider Joe, who's I would love to have him tonight, but he's in a poker game. So shout out to Raider Joe, my co-creator of the SoCal Raider Report. But we're more in season, Chris. I respect though you go week to week, man. You go round to round. You keep doing it and doing it and doing it.
Yeah.
But I can't do it all the time. So we go only in season.
That's cool.
We go once a week when it's in season, and we've been doing it we're almost doing 15 years.
Fire.
Wow.
Yeah, fire. Yeah, you guys got a good show. I appreciate you having me on your show, man. That was a good time. I ain't gonna lie. I only wanted to do it during the season, but it was like the Shield Squad wanted me to keep going. They've been showing me love and encouraging me, man. So, here I am, man. So, but man, so let's talk about this team that we love. And sometimes I don't know why we love this team because they piss us off a lot, but we love it. It's the blood. It's in the blood. So, I know a lot of people have been talking about draft, just nonstop mock drafts, all this and all that. We'll talk about that a little bit, man. But one thing I really wanted to focus on today is even though OTAs just started, I can already see and feel an attitude shift of this of this team. I started seeing it last year, but even just like listening to different podcasts of players and stuff like that, there's just so much that I've been hearing that just really has me excited. The participation for OTAs. I mean, as we know, it is voluntary, but we have higher participation this year than previous years. To me, that goes to the coaches. That they built an environment where guys want to stay, guys want to hang around, guys want to, fellowship and build that camaraderie. I love it. And guys are just fired up. So, there's a couple things that I heard just even during the presser. One thing that I got here, I kind of talked about it a couple of days ago, but Robert Spillane, just when he was talking about the defense excitement level, he said, as a defense, we're at an all-time high in terms of excitement level. Just talking to the guys in that room, there's so much belief in themselves and each other, and we should go out there and be a dominant defense. Now, I don't know about you guys, but this fires me up because we never hear our defense this, confident. And it's not cocky, but it's just like a real confidence about him. Especially with someone like Spillane, just a blue collar guy. He's not a guy of many words. He just goes out there and plays.
Especially from a linebacker.
Exactly.
Exactly. Who's the last Raider linebacker that was representing like that?
Right. So, like, what are you guys' thoughts when you hear something like that from Spillane? Go ahead, Ern.
Okay, well, right off the bat, I love that on your intro, man. You have some clips in your intro that we also had we had a bunch of intros, but our first intro, we were trying to claim build a bully, and that was a Hugh Jackson term. And so I kind of feel like, and I know you got him on there. I watched all those with Hugh Jackson, and I love that. I was kind of sad they didn't find a way to get him involved.
Yeah.
But so I just like what they're doing on defense. That they're building a bully. And the mentality, the mentality just since Christmas, even since the last half of the season, the defense ended up the top 8 defense in scoring.
Yeah.
I mean, so if you see that, and then you see the additions, the big splash we made in free agency, it leads to the fact that they're really going to come after it. The Raiders coming after hard defense, and I don't want to spoil my draft preview, but maybe that's where we're going.
No, for sure, for
Mhm.
sure. Walt, what do you think, man? What's your thought?
Me, I am reliving the late 70s, early 80s Raider football.
That
You know,
excitement, man.
yes, it's coming back. You feel it. You know, you feel it coming. You know, and it's very exciting to see that not only the coaches but the leadership within the Raider organization, it's coming together. It's gelling. You know,
Yeah.
the coaches, the players, you know, being there months before they even have to show up,
Exactly.
training, you know, doing what they got to do to be better for next season, and being the example to all the youngsters of what the expectation is going to be for the next football season.
Yeah, for sure. And it's just like you said. I mean, it's like guys want to be there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just a whole different feeling, man. And you know, for example, you know, Andre James was saying, you know, I really didn't want to go anywhere. This is a place I want to be. You know, like guys, you know, like before guys will hit free agents and they almost would feel like they're
Gone.
free. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Like, remember how Antonio Brown was when we let him go? Like, they just felt like, you know, hey, I'm finally free. Like, guys are wanting to stay. Now, I get it. You get the Amik Robertsons and stuff like that. They have a chance to make some more money elsewhere. So I understand that. You know, that's just part of the market. But, you know, having guys that literally are like, hey, I don't want to go nowhere. And even Josh Jacobs, I don't think he wanted to go nowhere. It was just, you know, he got, you know, a deal that, you know, made more sense to him, you know, but guys want to be here. And not only that, you know, Devontae, you know, I've been so tired of hearing fans talk about, hey, Devontae wants to leave. You know, he doesn't want to be a Raider. He only came here because of Devontae is keeping it 100% clear. If I wanted to be going, I'd be going by now.
Mm-hmm.
This is where I want to be. This is his childhood team. This is where he wants to be. So it's like we're building a team where guys want to be, guys want to stay.
Yep.
I mean, this is old school Raiders, man.
Yeah, the mentality of the players nowadays, you know, it's about making that money.
Making the bag, yeah.
You know, that's what it's all about, bottom line, because they don't know how long they're going to be in the league, so they're after the dollar. But the way that the mentality changed within the organization this past season, you know, it's about, let's make some money, but also the camaraderie of the team, bringing the team together and making it stronger.
Yep.
You know, and you saw it. You saw it immediately after McDumbass got the boot. You know, you saw it immediately.
Yeah.
You know, there was a lot of people bitching and complaining about the players smoking cigars in the locker room after just a W. You know, who cares?
Who cares?
You know,
It wasn't just a W.
Yeah, it was to me. It was the best thing ever because of what we had seen the year before.
It's
and
so
you know,
Raider-like. It is so Raider-like.
Yeah, you know, you celebrate when you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm, you know, that's just one thing that just kind of got me fired up. You know, something else, you know, we went ahead, you know, we're making some moves in the off season. You know, the biggest thing was Christian Wilkins, I'm sorry. You know, but also, you know, I think, you know, Cody Whitehair is an underrated, you know, signing. He's not a superstar, but having somebody that has already been in the system, he's going to be able to hit the ground running. He's a veteran presence. You know, he'll probably play guard, you know, more than likely. Someone that can kind of help out what's his name? Andre James. You know, and he likely may not even start, but you know, if we draft a guard like I want us to do, you know, he can be a good person to kind of help mentor that guy.
What's positive
have any
depth
thoughts on Cody?
That's positive depth.
Yeah.
You know, the more players we have that are good, that have experience, that can be out on the field and not be running around like a chicken with his head cut off, we're all good.
Right.
You know, and that's what I think he's going to bring to the organization.
Right. What do you think, Ern?
I think, you know, honestly, like right now, as far as that goes, I think most fans are shell shocked, you know, honestly, Chris. Like we've been through so many bad drafts. We've been through so many bad different coaching changes and bad things have happened. So I think a lot of the fans are shell shocked, honestly, and a lot of them just expect the worst, you know. And it's tough to be. It's
we've seen
like
some
that
tough
one guy,
years, bro.
who like when the draft, you know, that guy that's a who. Like,
you become very pessimistic as a Raider fan because you know you prepare for the worst, hoping for the best.
Yes, sir. So
for sure.
I mean, but it is seeming like it is a different kind of era right now, and it's weird because I don't know any of the tendency of Telesco. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't follow the Chargers. I mean, we both live in SoCal, but nobody gives a crap about the Chargers, and so nobody ever paid attention to what they were doing.
Not at all.
No, I mean, honestly, and the Rams either. But you know, I just don't know his tendencies. I guess. I mean, does he go for Herbert? I mean, because he get a Bo Nix? Is that gonna be his guy?
One thing about him, man. Yeah, one thing about him, he usually gets the safe guy. Like he's not gonna pick the guy that's like, who the hell was that? Like he's not gonna try to surprise and outsmart everybody, which to me is fine.
Cleve Farrell.
Yeah, like to me it's fine. Quit trying to outsmart everybody. Get the guy who you should get.
Right.
That's all I want. You know, that's. You know, that I don't know. So I want that. I do like that about him. He hits a lot on his first rounds. You know, to me, that right there means a lot. You know,
and that's something that we've been missing for many years.
Right.
You know, we got lucky with Josh. You know, but prior to that, I think it was Khalil.
Colton Miller, but even him, he struggled for a while. Yeah,
right. You know, so it's been a minute since our first round draft pick actually, you know, came out of the box.
Yeah,
just hit the ground running and started as an elite starter.
Yeah,
you know, so hopefully he brings that to us this year.
No, for sure. Just real quick, man, want to shout out some more people in the comments, man. Got my girl Queen V, one of the first ladies of TRS and in my show. And definitely appreciate you coming through. Got my boy Severe Raider in the building. Got my boy Raider Ben in the building. Actually, after I'm done with this, I'm actually going to slide over to Raider Ben's show and be on his show for a while, man. So, you know, I don't know why I talk football. I literally could talk football all day. All day, man. But shout out to Raider Ben, man.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, for sure. Before we go further with some of the stuff I want to talk about, so we got a question from the chat, man. So shout out to the Shield Squad. So my boy Anthony Estrada, he said, "What's going on, my dude?" And actually, he had another one. My bad. Here we go. Okay, he said, Chris, question: Mark Davis gave AP permission to trade up. How far you think he goes in the next couple of days, weeks before the draft? So I know the report, you know, that came out regarding the permission. I think a lot of people are taking it out of context. Me personally, I think what Mark Davis said is like, hey, if you guys believe in someone, do it. Yeah. You know, but I don't think he's saying anything different than what he told the previous coaches. Like, hey, you know, do what makes sense. So, but me personally, do I think AP wants to move up? Yes. Mm-hmm. Do I think that Telesco is willing to give up the farm for one player? I can't see it. I can't see it. As much of a lot of us want, you know, Jaden Daniels, and you know, I think Jaden's good. He's cool, but you know, giving up a whole lot, man, I'm not necessarily sold on it. Just because this is a deep draft. But Ern, how you feel, man? What's your thoughts? You want to go get him? You want to go get him? F those picks?
I wouldn't be sad if they did it. You know, it'd be tough to think like how much are they going to lose, especially if they turn out bad, if it doesn't work out. Because according to what I'm hearing, he wouldn't play even this year.
Right.
He's way too skinny and he's way too small. Yes. And he needs it. Even Mahomes had to go out the first year, man. So I think that's kind of why you got Minshew, and I think that's kind of why. I mean, you still got AOC in the back. And so after that, I think Raider fans just want to get their shiny new toys. So no, I wouldn't leverage the farm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When's the last time you saw a big team? I mean, although you could say the Rams, because the Rams haven't had a first round draft pick for 5 years, and they've done pretty good.
But they got like proven players. So because like who did they lose their first round to get? Stafford. He wasn't first. Did they use first?
No, it was for
Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah, but they give
When
up that, but they give a bunch for Goff. They give up a bunch to go up and get Goff.
Oh, Goff was
to go up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But honestly, like I think it's because they had great coaching.
Yeah, the develop.
Yeah, they all had a great coaching staff. A lot of those, think of all those McVay people have gone on now and they're coaching. I mean, even the guy that was at the Rams or at the Chargers. What's his name? The dummy that
that gave us the greatest game ever.
Yeah, and I think he's back. I think he's back to the Rams.
Yeah, I think as a defense coordinator, maybe,
I think
or defense assistant or something.
Something.
Yeah.
But anyways, the point being, I think the Rams show that if you have great coaching, you don't really have to go and get, like number one draft picks. And I think of the Patriots. How many number one draft picks did the Patriots ever get that proved that they were the guys? You know what I mean? So, and the crazy thing is, Chris, I feel like people want the quarterback so bad, but did you guys talk about last week? Is Tom Brady on an option?
I don't think so.
Oh,
this is that time of year that the people get a little bit and they just run with it.
Yes.
He basically was saying that if going into the playoffs, if someone got hurt, if someone made a call, would he answer? Yeah,
he wouldn't mind.
Yeah, that's not a viable option.
I think he watched his own show on Apple and then he was like, "Oh man, I want to get back out there."
I ain't gonna lie. I was trying to tell people that were you talking about the Patriots? That was a good documentary. I know it was the Patriots. That shit was kind of fire. I ain't gonna lie. That was fire.
It was painful to watch because I hated them the whole time, but it was very interesting.
Yeah, it was. You can you understood why they were the way why they were good. I mean, honestly, Robert Kraft, as much as we want to hate him, he was a beast. He started off. He made some good decisions. He had some balls, but he made some bad decisions on who he chose over Belichick or Brady, and he probably is kicking himself now. But it is what it is.
Yeah. So, but I mean, even if you think back to it, like how much the Raiders were so good in the 70s and the 80s, like people always probably the most popular NFL films documentaries have always been about the Raiders. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So this is like kind of the same thing, but I'm sure people that hated the Raiders watch those and be like, "Damn!" But that's really interesting, the intricacies of the Raiders.
But then also, if you think about it, back in the heyday of the Raiders, we had a football mind leading the organization, which is Al Davis.
Yeah,
he had the experience that unfortunately his son doesn't. So he didn't just give the team to the head coach and the general manager, like unfortunately Mark Davis is doing, because he doesn't know.
Yeah.
He was involved.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And honestly and that was a good thing and bad thing. I think it started off very well because in his later years it was pretty horrible. It was pretty horrible. Yeah, it was tough to watch. But yeah, no, you're right, because even when I was talking to Hugh Jackson, I mean, during his time there, he was like, "Hugh, I brought you in to run the offense, but I'm running the defense." It's like, damn.
Yeah.
I was still running the defense during that time, really, man. So it's kind of crazy, but
yeah, it sucks because part of like a great story is the down, coming down.
Exactly.
And that's part of what I think a lot of people also wanted to see, and even with the Patriots one, but I don't know. I think Tom's getting bored, man. I think he's getting bored.
Yeah, getting a little antsy,
I actually think he's doing it. He's doing it just to stay relevant. Just getting out there, because did you notice as soon as that came out, everybody started reporting on it. Everybody. Tom Brady's name was in everybody's mouth.
Yeah.
So he's back up there again.
No, I agree. I agree.
But I mean, that's just that's nonsense. But as far as next year goes, honestly, I would love to see him. What I was gonna say, I actually want to see him stack up on defense and build a monster on defense. And I mean, of course, I don't feel like the tackle I would want for the Raiders to get is going to be there at that point. I think that he'll be already drafted. I have a couple guys in mind. One of them is the guy from Notre Dame.
Hold on. We'll talk draft.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm too sprung.
No, it's all good. I still want to kind of focus just on like Dub said, just like that old school mentality that we got.
Yes.
So I know a lot of people probably saw this video,
the Mahomes rule.
Yeah, but like this, again, it's a mindset change. You know, AP saying this on day one of OTAs.
I appreciate everybody being here. Totally voluntary, get it. But Max, we always talk about it. You want to be great. That show up every day, right? That show up every day. There's a standard, there's an expectation, and then there's the real way. Get better. Do line, get better. Wide receiver core, get better. QBs, get better. Special, get better. AP, get better. Patrick, get better. It's the reason I brought Marvin Lewis in, former head coach. Joe Philbin, former head coach. Why? Get better, AP. The passion has to show up. If you don't love this, shame on you. If you don't love this, shame on you. Shame on you, man. We're fortunate to be in these seats. I'm winning my spot. We're earning the right to keep going each and every day. So show that passion and love for the game and for being a Raider. We're on the same page?
I want to run through a wall for that dude, man.
Yes. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And he's just knocking off the cobwebs, you know, he didn't have no cue cards, he didn't have no teleprompter. That is just him speaking to his guys, to his soldiers. And those guys are bought in, man. So it's just, again, I know we want to talk about the draft and we will, but like I just got so hyped over these last like 7 days, just, you know, the OTAs and just stuff that I'm hearing about the mentality and guys' mentality, listening to Max's podcast. I'm just so hyped, man. So like when you hear AP say that, what's your first thought, Ern?
I mean, just like you said, the motivation, you know, I as a coach, I'm a teacher and a coach, you know, my full-time job. And man, I hear him and I know that that's his strength, is motivating and just getting guys like just jacked up like that. You know what I mean? Because like, what are you doing here? You know what I mean? Like
right.
that resonates, because all the guys they got right now, they're mostly people that wanted to be on the team and continued. So they got a lot of return. So they didn't have that much turnover as I've seen in years past. And I just feel like the message is going to get like fully home. You know what I mean? The message is going to get fully home for this year, and really going to see like my biggest question, Chris, is the coaching staff. Like, I don't know. I mean,
you talking about like the coordinators, like offensive coordinator?
Yeah, because they have
or AP. Do you have questions about AP too?
Well, I mean, he's really unproven. I don't know if that's sustainable, but at the time, you know, Arshell was really unproven. You know, like when he got in. So
John Madden.
Yeah,
right.
He's unproven. So you don't know, but really, a coach is only as good as his, you know, assistants. So
no,
that's a big question. That's a big question for this year.
I think one thing that I think I lost sight of during the McDaniels years, because I always respect X's and O's. So like, regardless of what you think about Josh McDaniels, he's an X's and O's guy. His system has worked, but it has to be in the right environment. It's just not our environment. Like if he went back to the Patriots, he probably would succeed, you know, and he probably would succeed. Honestly, it's just, it didn't work for us. But that reminded me that it's more than just the X's and O's, man. You know, being able to lead men, get men to be able to do what you need them to do, run through a wall, play inspired. I forgot that. Because again, I was a McDaniels guy. I wanted to hire him. I was one of the guys that was happy when we got him. And I stand on that. You know, I stand on that. I was wrong. I was wrong, but like
that's a lot of courage to admit that.
No, I admit it. Yes, you know, everybody know I'm gonna keep it all authentic. I did want him. I was so wrong because I forgot about that inspiration piece, that motivation piece, and Dan Campbell kind of reminded me at first, but then once we got McDaniels out the way and AP came, I'm like, Chris, you couldn't have been so wronger. I know that's not a word, but more wrong. You know, it's just like, you know, how can you be so wrong and have oversight of that? You know, and I played ball for a lot of my life. It's like I was just so wrong on that.
Yeah, no, I originally I was hoping we would have hired Harbaugh. Why? Because of his pedigree, his history. You know, I'm thinking, okay, this guy knows how to win. But then I saw, oh God, what podcast was it that AP was on?
With Max? He was on one with Max.
No.
You talking about early on?
Yes. where he just kind of like spilled. He spoke true about him as a person, him as a coach, him as a player. And I was like, that's my coach.
That's my coach,
that is the guy that I want our team to be led by. You know, because the thing is, he's not just like an administrator. He's not sitting there just typing up plays and, you know, making sure that the bottom line is met. He knows what the players are going through. He knows what is in the player's mind at the moment that they're losing. And he knows how it feels to be a winner. And he's kind of pushing that towards the players to let them know, look, this is what it can be. And sure enough, as soon as he came in, that mentality changed, and it started changing positively.
Yeah. No, that's the shift, Chris. That's the shift. I think right now, if you look at the NFL, the trend right now is you look at the Dan Campbells, you look at, you know, the new hire New England Gerard Merrill, you look at the coach of the Texans, and I think a lot of these guys are former players, and I think players today need that. They need some accountability. They need to see a guy that's done it at their level, not just some nerd. Now, again, I know there's the guy in Miami. Like, I don't know that guy. Did he even?
But he's like a little whiz kid. But even him though, he could still relate to his players though.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Like even the homie said Harbaugh. Like that's who I also wanted, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like I like AP. I was hoping maybe he would stay on as a coordinator. or something like. But I really did want Harbaugh, and I really am worried that he's going to come in and just go gangbusters on everybody.
He's not. I'm telling you, man. I'm the first. I've been preaching again, and I know a lot of the Shield squad already know what I'm getting ready to say in these next 10 seconds. But diehard Michigan
no secret
fan.
that you don't like him.
Yeah, it's just, but it's not even that I don't like him. I just don't think he's right for us. That's all. You know, because the thing is, I get his 49er tenure was great. It was, to me, it was kind of like the right time. He had a veteran defense. He struck gold with Kaepernick being able to kind of adjust his style. I give it to him. He did very well. I'm not taking that from him. But his Michigan tenure, if you really peel back the onion, is not what you think it is, because he started off.
How hard is it to build something like that in Michigan? You know what I mean? Like if he would have came out to USC,
Michigan, the premier school, though. I mean, it's not like
they're good. Like when was the last time they were really good? You know what I mean? Like
it's been a while. But the thing is like he came in. It's for Michigan. We fired good coaches because they couldn't win the big games. They couldn't beat Ohio State. They couldn't beat our little brother, Michigan State. We got rid of some good coaches, legendary coaches, because of that. Harbaugh comes in, starts off 0-5 against the Buckeyes. Would have been 0-6, but the COVID year saved us, so we didn't have to play them. People forget about that. Ohio State.
But there's one point I wanted to also make, though. I mean, yeah, I understand like his tenure at Michigan was not like picture perfect, but he actually really was the last guy that Al Davis really wanted to be the coach of the Raiders. Like you remember, when he went to Stanford. I mean, Al was pursuing him, and he settled for, the coaches he settled for, like Lane Kiffin and stuff. Like he really wanted him, and Harbaugh just kept eluding him, kept going. Then he went on to the Niners after Michigan or after Stanford, or he went or San Diego State too. Did he go San Diego State?
Who, Harbaugh?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
He went a few places, but I know that.
Yeah, he may have started. Yeah.
Did Harbaugh leave the Raider organization in a bad situation when he was coaching here?
No, I mean it was like 2003 after the Super Bowl run. He was a quarterback's coach in the Super Bowl,
right?
Yeah.
And Al Davis really liked him, man, and that was the thing. I keep hearing over and over again, like that's who he really wanted. We kept hearing his name year after year, but they just couldn't close it. So then we ended up, with some different people. Tom Cable. I mean,
the thing is, it's like, but that's the thing. Like when you get someone like a Jim Harbaugh, as much as we love Al, with their personalities, that's going to clash. At the end of the day, even a young Harbaugh, like he knows football. He's gonna want to do things his way.
His way, yes.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So it's like even like how Gruden and Al clash. Like, Harbaugh's not. He don't make all the faces or as animated as Chucky was. But Harbaugh's gonna want things his way.
Mm-hmm.
He's if you're grading me on my production, then let me do it my way. Don't put handcuffs on me and then get mad that I'm not giving the production that you want.
And and that's another reason why I think AP was the better choice, because that change of mindset with the players had already started last season.
Yeah.
And if Harbaugh would have come in, it just would have killed that whole progress. Because obviously his mentality was going to be like, this is my team now, and we're going to play my way. Exactly. And all the players were going to get deflated because, they were already on a roll. And I'm pretty sure they would want to see that continue. And who better than AP? So that's why after, thinking about it, I was like, you know what? I think AP is definitely the better choice right now.
No, I agree 1,000%. And again, I think even that time of Harbaugh in college, it's just little things about him, man. He's just not what we're building in the Raiders. In the new modern type athlete, professional athlete, I just don't know how it's going to work with Harbaugh, because I can't lie. He has won games, but he's kind of corny in a way, like where like for instance, and again, I remember this stuff like it was yesterday, like when he was out doing recruiting visits and stuff, like he would like climb a tree to impress like a recruit, like or like he'll sleep over a recruit's house, like sleep over on the floor, like if I'm the recruit's parents, like why are you trying to sleep on the floor? Like I don't know, man. It's just little stuff like that.
That feels like a Midwest thing, like that. See, out
here, I'm from the Midwest. Don't nah. We're not all like that, bro. We're not
out here in LA. Nobody's staying at your house. Nobody's.
But I'm saying it's like we're not doing that in the Midwest either. But
okay, I just want to make sure.
It's real shaky, real questionable, man. And it's like, I don't know, the tight khaki pants and picking like, again, he was my coach, and I love that he brought the championship. It's just the corniness, but corniness don't matter if you win games. But
that's what I'm saying. But did it work?
But for kids though, for 18-year-olds, that's imagine. I don't know, man.
I mean, he turned around pretty quick, Chris, in San Francisco. I mean, come on.
But no, you're right. No, you're right. No,
and he was a former player, and he does have that cred because he was a.
You're right.
He wasn't a great player, but he was on some teams. He
had some good years. He had some good years. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember him playing with the Bears.
Yeah, I don't hate the guy. I don't hate the guy. Like I said, he gave my squad a chip, so I'm good.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how good he's going to do, being that we're going to see him twice a year.
We're going to smack him. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, we are going to sweep them this year. I will put any amount of money on it. That's for sure.
Yeah, they got a lot of work to do on their roster. So
they
from your mouth to God's ears, man.
Hey, for sure. So wanted to talk a little bit more about, like, again, the mentality that these guys got. I have to say, I'm starting to really love this fellow right here. I can't lie. I can't lie, man. I like little ass boy. This dude, and again, like I've watched interviews of him and all that stuff. But the dude just seems like a solid dude. I mean,
you got the mania.
Yeah, I do. I can't lie. And the thing is, I'm not sure if you guys watch Max's podcast that came out today.
I listened to it.
So did you hear Gardner on there?
I did not hear today's, but I heard it.
Bro, Gardner seemed like a good leader. But anyway, I do want you guys to hear just about Gardner's mentality. And this is coming from Max. And again, when Max speaks, that's the gospel to me. Because Max ain't going to sugarcoat shit. He's not trying to impress nobody. He's going to call it how he sees it. But this is when he was just giving like an example of Gardner. And again, Max don't have to have Gardner on this show. He chose to have him on this show. Mm-hmm. But this is what he said about him. And I respect this. in chat, I want to know what you guys think about this too. Am I tripping, or this just kind of fired me up? And this is what I want from my quarterback.
This just as a token of my respect to Gardner Minshew and our little ass boy, big ass boy interaction. This is totally not about that, but we do boxing every Wednesday, and go up to Gardner and say, "Hey, come in there Wednesday, let's box." And he's like, "Bro, yeah, I'm down." And I've never had a quarterback even come near me because they know I'm in there trying to scrap. Yeah. And there's, we got some defensive guys, younger dudes, like, trying to prove a point. Gardner didn't even hesitate. And he's like, absolutely, let me know what time, whatever. Yeah. He comes in there, and all of a sudden, we start doing our boxing, and he's kind of circling around the boxing thing. So I'm looking around, I'm like, I didn't say anything in the moment. I'm like, what's going on here? Something's off. Maybe I misjudged this guy. I go up to him after. I'm like, what happened? He's like, they wouldn't allow me. Yeah. AJ shut me down. Strength coach. He's like, you're not boxing. You're not going in there boxing. And he was so disappointed.
Dude, I was like the sad kid on the other side of the fence.
Bro.
Freaking Shmuel in the striped pajamas over there. Just wishing I could be over,
Yeah. 100%. He's just circling. I'm just feeling, I'm like, what's going on here? There's got to be more to this. There's no way he's just avoiding.
Yeah, I've seen what Max did. I'm like, okay, all right. Yeah. All right, okay.
What do we got?
He's shadowing me.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Scouting me as I'm going.
So no fear in Gardner Minshew.
He has no fear, and I respect that. I've played him. We played each other multiple times. Giving you a war wound on your right arm and a sack he made me that I missed, and he avoided me.
So happy somebody else got that sack.
I
still got sacked, but somebody else got it, which was great.
So shout out to Adam Butler wherever you're at. He ended up cleaning it up for me, but Gardner, wiggled out the way. I think I tiger scratched it on your right arm. He's got a nice war wound. We'll get that on camera, after. But
for sure,
Gardner Minshew is a dog. Gang. So everyone watching, Raider Nation fans,
certified fresh.
We got.
Again, I hear that, and Max don't have to say none of that. He went out of his way to tell that story about, and I don't know if you guys noticed, he said usually quarterbacks want no part of him.
Right.
Yeah.
So I know one quarterback who definitely didn't want no part of him. But I'm not gonna go there. But I don't know, man. Again, am I wrong, chat? Let me know, or am I just drinking the Kool-Aid? But to me, hearing Max say that means something. Or am I tripping? If I'm tripping, tell me, Walt, tell me, Ern, tell me, chat. But that's legit praise right there for me. Let me know what y'all think. Go ahead, Walt.
I think he is definitely a good quarterback. For me, unfortunately, I still have the bad taste in my mouth of 2019, our last game in Oakland. I believe it was 2019.
Don't get mad at him.
No, I know.
Yeah, it's like
but I'm mad because of how good he played.
Yeah, because he got a dog mentality.
Yeah, and see, I was sitting there watching the game, and I'm thinking, this isn't happening. And he just brought them back, and they whooped us on our last game at home. And that just, I praised the Jaguars, right? Jaguars for them winning, but as a Raider fan, being at the last game in the Oakland Coliseum,
I was there. That sucked.
You were expecting, at least, okay, let's go out with the win, and then he takes it from under us. It just left a bad taste in my mouth. At the end of the day, he's definitely a good quarterback. I think he's gonna make the quarterback room a lot stronger. He's gonna make it challenging for AOC and for whoever else we pick up, if we pick up a quarterback. But the proof is in the pudding. I can't really say much about him right now because we haven't seen him in a Raider uniform.
Right.
We haven't seen him behind center yet. Once that happens, then okay.
Yeah, for sure.
But until then, I am not going to forget that game.
Nah, I'm with it. I'm with it. And I see people in the chat. Let's see what's it's my boy OJ Raider. He said Minshew is the damn backup. Let's keep it a buck. A lot of people are saying that. A lot, and I get it. He is a career backup, man. And again, I'm not I'm not saying that he's gonna go out here and beat Mahomes and all that, but he just has a mentality that I like. I ain't gonna lie. I like it. What do you think,
Oh,
my
sorry,
bad. Go ahead, Dub. Go
Oh
ahead.
no,
No.
I mean, hey, if AOC could beat the Chiefs, why couldn't Minshew beat the Chiefs? I mean,
Mhm.
he beat us.
Oh,
He
yeah.
ended our playoff hopes. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And he ended up playoff hopes that year too. Like, is
Yeah.
that the game when they threw the nachos? Is that the game when they threw the nachos on the
Yeah.
field? Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
I
That
was
was
not. You know
horrible.
what? I was not there. I was the week before, and they almost lost to the Bengals with like their third string quarterback, but they did win that game. That was cool. That was my
Yeah.
last game in Oakland. But no, I feel like he can win some games. I feel like he's a gritty little quarterback. He's
Mhm.
Gritty.
cheap.
Gritty as hell.
He's cheap. And
I
then you
won't say
got
he's
AOC
cheap.
in the back.
I won't say he's cheap, though. I
Well, I
mean,
mean, he's
it
not
depends on
as
if he
much as
starts or
Jimmy
not.
G. He's not as
Yeah,
much as Jimmy G.
yeah.
You know what I mean? That was a disaster.
And
But,
he'll definitely produce more.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. Yeah,
So
so that's what I think. I'm excited.
no, for
Yeah,
sure.
I think if he could become the next Tui, he should be okay. We'll have a solid backup.
Wait, hold on. Wait, Tui or Tua? Not Tui.
Tui Asasopo.
Come on, man. Come on, man. He was a dude. We all loved him because he was a backup. But once he got in, he stunk up the joint, bro. When he
As
had
a starter, but as
Yeah,
a backup,
he was-
no. I'm saying as a backup.
but he never had to do nothing as a backup. He was just like an urban legend.
When he did have to go in, that was the year Gannon broke his neck. He was terrible. They were terrible.
Terrible. We're like, man, this is what we've been hyping you up for.
Yeah, it was like 2004. It was a disaster.
Yeah,
year.
You can't lie, but he got us some really good games though. When he came in, there was a few there that he did show up.
I don't know.
Maybe
I might have to
that year
dust
when
off
Gannon
the
was still there.
archives, man. I don't remember. I just remember like just the thought of him was cool. But I feel like when he got on I don't know. You might be right. I just don't remember it though.
I don't remember that either. But I
don't remember what games they were, but there were a few games that I remember seeing. Mind you, this was eons ago, but he would come in and he'd do well. You know, obviously as a backup, not as a starter, because whenever he started, oh man, he did not do well.
My brain's ticking now, so I'm thinking about it, and it's probably when Gannon was there, and there was some years where like we would be blowing people out, and he'd mop up, but he still had like Jerry Rice and Tim Brown.
Well, yeah, of course. Well, case in point, you know, our starters this year, they're comparable. You know, we got a good wide receiving core. You know, hopefully our running game won't be as affected as a lot of us think it might turn out. You know, so he can do. I have a feeling he could do pretty well.
He could.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm all for him again. To me, it's that mentality, man. It to me that just goes like a guy that I know that's not going to give up, that's going to be scrappy. Again, may make some mistakes, but at least he's going to like go out like leaving it. He's going to leave it all on the field. You know, when the clock is all zero, you're going to know Gardner left everything he had on the field, and that's all I can ask.
You know, and that's something I definitely respect about him is that he's not about the money.
Oh,
he's about the position. He's about the team. He's about the game.
Yeah.
You know, and you can't take that away from the guy.
No, for sure. And again, I don't know if you guys watch. I definitely suggest you guys to watch the Rush podcast with Max. It came out today, and I had to take some clips just to share with you guys who didn't get to see it because I was fired up watching the whole thing. But Minshew said this when he was asked kind of like his favorite team, like how the whole process was during free agency. I want to know what you guys think.
That's right. What's been your favorite team so far that you've been on in the league?
The Raiders,
obviously,
dude.
Right answer.
No doubt.
You gotta get it.
What an answer! This guy is just—he's
here for it.
Dude, easily.
I love that. So from in Vegas.
Yeah.
What was it like when you had that decision, the call to come here to Vegas to join the Raiders? Was it a no-brainer for you?
Dude, so that was like, it was my first option when we were stacking it up. I think I was their first option. Like, as soon as free agency started, we made the call, and that was it, man. Couldn't have been easier. Couldn't have been more excited. Like, Nah, that's it.
That's got to be nice for you, like as a player. You don't even have to worry about it. You know where you're going. And now it's
Absolutely.
like I can just focus on playing.
100%. That's what. Yeah, it was so nice. So much less stress than like the year before. You know, more uncertainty. But just fired up, dude.
Again, this is an example of like we were his first option. Like he said, the daggone negotiation was easy. It was easy, man. So I don't know, man. Again, like I said, I didn't really think either way about Gardner before. I was like, okay, cool, we got him. Because honestly, I wanted to get Russell Wilson on the cheap. That was my number one option. But I can't lie, man. Hearing this dude say stuff like that, because to me, wanting to be a Raider is like 75% of it for me. Like if you're bought in and you want to be here, because I remember the Randy Mosses and stuff like that, guys that did not want to be the Antonio Browns that did not want to be part of this organization, man. Like, and then you get a guy like this who wants to be here. To me, that's everything, man. What's your thoughts, Aaron?
Yeah, no, it's really cool to see. He looks like the dude from Tame Impala. If you ever heard of that band, Tame Impala, he looked like that guy. But no, he's funny though. He sounds like he's real stony, man. He sounds like he's real.
He does. Like he sounds like he's on like some shrooms or something, man.
Yeah, he's out there, man. But
yes,
that's cool.
Somebody in the chat mentioned that he looked and sounded like Spicoli.
Yeah,
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
I'm so wasted.
Yeah,
but yeah, dude. No, he looks totally like that. And I mean, I feel like coming from Derek Carr, like so many Raider fans seem to hate on Carr because he was too like goody good. It's like so. I feel like a lot of people are gonna a lot of Raider fans are gonna embrace him.
It's hard not to, man. Like the dude lives in his van.
That's dope.
The dude lives in his van, bro. And then he said, like, when I get, in fact, he said, what he say? He said, in fact, when I'm in a hotel room, I feel uncomfortable. I feel like cramped up. But like when he's in his van, he's good, man. And I don't know, man. Just check out.
I gotta see the van. I want to see that van.
Right? Yeah. Right.
What kind of van are we talking about? Like,
yeah,
a guy carrying a woman. Like,
yeah.
I think it's like a van conversion of some sort.
It was some. He put some money into it, but like, cause he's all about nature and camping and all that stuff, man. It's just, I don't know, man. It's again, I may be tripping because sometimes I see something and I just like, I either like it or I hate it. Something about that dude, man. He won me over. I ain't gonna lie. He won me over.
So do you think he's gonna start?
So what I do think is if we draft a quarterback early, you got to give it to the young kid, whoever it is. I ain't gonna lie. I'm really feeling Penix, man. And again, we'll talk about it. And I hate that I usually only go an hour, but we're gonna go a little bit longer if you guys don't mind, man. I know you guys may be busy. Okay,
cool. It's still daylight out here in California.
Okay, cool. Cool. I want to respect you guys' time, but so like I really want Penix. So I think if Penix is drafted, it got to be his position to lose. I know we all talk about like a competition, but if you spend high draft pick, you got to give that guy the spot. But if we don't end up getting a young quarterback and it's just between him and AOC, I think he's beaten AOC 10 out of 10 times.
Yeah,
I do.
Probably you're right, because honestly, just the mobility.
Mm-hmm. And the mobility and just the refuse to lose. Like, somebody that, like, if something's going wrong, I mean, AP even said it, like, hey, I want AOC to be more like assertive. I want him to be louder, like, be more vocal. Like,
hey, but you know what? But Chris, I bet you $100. You know who's working with AOC right now?
Who gets it?
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady?
Maybe.
Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying? Because they're very similar, both really kind of tall, not really known for speed or mobility. But if Tom worked with him on his footwork, he's pretty good, man. He's going to be super cheap. I mean, he's probably making $150 this year. I don't know. What's he making? He's not making much money this year.
Oh no,
he's going to be
the fourth round pick. Yeah, he's not. He ain't making shit. He damn near making what he damn near making what Walter making, man.
I wish.
He's probably making that Brock Purdy money. Is what he's doing.
Oh yeah, he ain't making it. Yeah, he ain't
so
making.
what I'm saying is, Right now, though, if you looked at him, and most NFL analysts would have projected him in the first round based on how he turned out for what he did this year. You know what I mean? If you look at it, I mean, it's not beautiful, but a lot of first round draft pick quarterbacks just didn't do shit. Look at Bryce Young. You know what I mean? It's just disastrous. He far outperformed any first round draft pick. So at this point, hindsight's 50-50, but it's like,
Right.
yeah, he would have been a first round draft pick based on his performance this year.
Right,
So,
right. Man,
you got
shout out
something
to shout out to the comments, man. There's all kinds of Minshew hating, man. He
Oh,
said
no!
Minshew about to quit football and sell duck whistles. Hey man, leave my guy alone, man. You about to kill Dub, man. You about to kill Dub, man. Calm down, chat. Chill squad. We don't do that, baby.
You said that was indoor. I feel like Aldo.
Oh man.
No, that is funny. That's funny.
It is funny.
Hey,
Oh,
shout out to my boy Reverse Psychology Videos. He said, when do you guys go live? I tend to catch y'all, but random all the time. So me personally, I go live every Wednesday with my sister, Spicy Raider Girl. So it's 6 o'clock West Coast time, 9 o'clock my time. And then I do this show at the same time, Friday. And then I'm with my brothers on Sunday, the Raider Syndicate. We go 4 o'clock y'all's time, 7 my time. So
damn, you go hard,
just so
Chris.
you know. Huh?
You go hard.
I mean, but I don't though, because I could do this in my sleep. All I do is just fill up this cup over and over, and magic comes out.
Hey, well, it's true what they say. If you enjoy what you do, you never work a day in your life, right?
At all, man. I absolutely love this stuff, man. Even though I don't like going too long, like all my brothers be like, Chris, you only want to go an hour, but that's just me. But then I think a week ago or 2 I had a 5-hour show, man. It's just like it gets like that, man. So
because there's a lot to talk about.
There is. Yeah.
So
then during the regular season, your shows are like 10 hours, 12 hours, maybe.
Nah.
And that's for me, like, because I produce my show. So like when I do mine, like I edit, so I'm editing. So
you don't even go live. You edit your stuff.
No, we don't go live. No way. We'd never get off. Like, but still, like I put it together like that. But man, I tell the guys like, hey, yo, we got to keep it to an hour. Like your friend said. Because editing, I'm like, I want to put a good hour out, you know what I mean, or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I prefer. But like I said, my boys in Tia, and then Leo, he always make fun of. He said that's because you got drunk. Yeah, like when I get drunk, then I just keep talking.
I shout out to you, Chris, because you come prepared, man. I like how you have the clips, like you have things ready, you have topics. You don't just go free form. No, you do a lot of pre-planning, which is dope. That's why you can deliver live. So shout out to you.
And I appreciate it because honestly, the reason I do that is because I don't have the skill that you have. I can't edit worth nothing, bro. I tried it and it sucked. No one watched it. I'm like, okay, I ain't doing that no more.
Oh yeah, wow. It is a skill, but it is
it's definitely a skill.
I love to do it. It's fun, but it is methodical. You had to be that kind of person.
Yeah. And plus, honestly, I'll keep it real. Like, and I'm not the most creative person. Like, I can execute anything. Like, if I have like a plan, like I could set a plan and I could execute it. But as far as like, if you want me to like come up with a concept and all that, that's where I struggle. And, and even when I was talking to Dub, like even with like making shirts and stuff, like I can, like I think about stuff, but like I just don't have that creative, fiber in my mind. Where it's like I can't create nothing from scratch. But like if someone helps me like put my vision together and I got it, then I can run with it and go. But it's like that creative juice I don't got.
Well, it's not necessarily a creative juice. It's more of a mindset,
right?
Because if you truly want to create something, it'll come naturally. Because that's usually how whenever I make anything, it comes out naturally. I don't sit there and say, okay, I'm gonna come up with a design.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't. Sometimes it's like 3 o'clock in the morning and I wake up, I'm like, oh damn, I got this idea. And I grab my phone, type it up, and then I go back to sleep. And then the next morning I have it and then I create it. So it's not like it's just on demand.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And plus, and plus I know my shortcomings. I know like I got a good personality. I'm friendly. Like I can adapt to all situations and all environments. But I got ADD, so therefore it's like it I struggle with focusing. So like if I'm not like razor sharp, like tunnel vision on something, oh, I'm out here, I'm out, and you could probably even tell with my shows sometime. Like if I don't like stay kind of like what I want to do, I'll be talking about something crazy in the next like 15 minutes. They'd be like, "Oh, Chris, we got to reel you back in." That's just how my mind works. So
Yeah,
it is what it is, man.
Let me reel you back in. Then let's get back into this. So
There we go. Okay, see, exactly. There we go. That's a perfect example. Perfect example. Before we do that, man, shout out. Let's see, my girl Queen V. She said, "Chris, the man, PTS. Much love, Queen V. Love you a lot." So many people in the building, man. Got my boy Dan in the building. I just want to give all love to everybody that came through. Old school FCFS, man. Appreciate it, man. Thank you for coming through. Got Edgar in the building. Thank you. The Smokes in the building, man. All the love from all y'all. B-Win in the building. Oso in the building. You know, Oso was hating on my boy. But all you guys, man. So many. So just know that I see all y'all. Little ass boy in the building. Shout out to you too, man. All that. So anyway, let's keep it moving, man. Again, you know, so another thing that actually, you know what? I'm gonna get off Gardner for a second. This dude Max again. That's why I got this shirt on, the Max shirt. He gets me fired up, man. You know, cause he was talking about Gardner being a dog, that dog mentality. This video from the presser got me fired up. It's like this, and again, the best thing that could have happened for us was the previous leader of our team left. I understand the previous leader was a better passer than some of the passers we've had in, you know, currently or whatever. But at some point, you want your leader to embody the rest of the team and be what the rest of the team follows. The fact that our team is starting to have the same mindset of this dude, Max Crosby, is the best thing that we could have. He says stuff like this again that drives me crazy.
And Andre Carter said in our meeting today, he's like, listen, you could say you're all this and this and that, whatever. He goes, when I turn the film on, you're either a dog or you're not. When people turn my film on, they know exactly what the hell I am. I have no doubt. I could put my film in a middle school, an elementary school, an NFL meeting, a Hall of Fame meeting. They're going to see a dog. And so that's the guys I'm looking for. You know, guys like Fisk from Florida State. I watch a dude like him. He's a dog. I know he's a dog. There's a few other guys, Latu, I like from UCLA, young kid. Dude's a dog. There's not many of them out there. So that's what I look for when I'm watching film. I don't give a shit if you can rush, got ability, whatever. The first thing I'm looking at is, are they flying to the ball? Not just running to the ball, but flying to the ball, putting their body on the line, and all the rest of the stuff, you clean it up on the way. But I think it just starts with effort and consistency.
Bro, how can you not love that, man? Yeah. How can you not? You know, and again, and I don't know how you guys felt about it, but you guys remember when Max basically said, hey, if we don't take AP, I'm gonna have to look at my options on what I'm gonna do. And a lot of Raider Nation like pushed back on him for that. They're like, oh, if he don't want to be here, then he can't tell the owner what to do. Honestly, I respect Max so much for saying that, and he deserves the right to say that. But like, what's y'all's thoughts when you hear stuff like that? Like, do you guys get excited as me, or am I tripping?
No, man, I subscribe to his podcast. Like, I listen to it on the way to work. I get motivated from hearing him and just knowing what he went through and his battles, you know, and just where he's at. And like, I remember that first season of Hard Knocks, you know, when he broke his hand.
He broke his arm, yeah.
Put that cast on, put that club on, let's go.
He was nobody. He was a fourth round draft pick out of a little school. I mean, nobody. And he still is like his girlfriend. I think that's who his wife is. Like,
oh yeah, yeah.
Like, he's broken. You know, I just remember that. And so when I think of him, I think of that right off the bat, and I just think of like my friends who are like other teams are like, I hate Max Crosby, and I'm like, why? And he's like, he's always in there.
Yeah,
he's always in there. You know, he's like always right in there. He's always trying to do shit. I'm like, yeah, that's why I like him. That's like the best part about him.
Bro, yeah, and you know a player is good when opposing fans hate him.
Yeah,
you know, because I was the same way with other players. You know, from opposing teams when they were always tackling our quarterback or sacking or doing whatever. Oh man, I hate that dude because why? Because he's so damn good.
Exactly.
And that's what Max is. But like you were mentioning, Chris, he is a dog. Yes, he is. But he earned everything he has.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
So if he decided to say, you know what, if AP doesn't come back, I'm gone. You know what? He
deserves to say
yes, because he earned it.
Thank you.
He's not just a run of the mill player that's say, well, if he doesn't come back, then I'm leaving. No,
Nate Hobbs can't say that.
Right. So he earned the right to say that.
Because
hey, you know what though? Like one thing, I mean, I guess it's in the past, but I wish Mac would have been more like Max.
Me too.
Like imagine if Mac would have been that crazy like Max, like just going crazy like that, and like
I think he still would have been with the Raiders.
Yeah.
Mac was really quiet,
Yes,
he was, and to me, and that's fine because you get guys that are leaders that do it by their play, but there's something about a guy that's vocal, man. Like for instance, my favorite running back of all time. It should be Bo Jackson, but he got hurt. But whatever. But my true favorite running back of all time is Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders is a beast. But the thing is, you can't get him to say nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, and it's cool seeing like the leader of the team like going out there and performing. But it's like it's different when it's like you got a Ray Lewis type leader. You're like, okay, I'm a dog, but I'm gonna make y'all be dogs with me.
Right.
And that's where you get the Terrell Suggs and the Ed Reeds and all them guys following their leader, man. That, to me, that's fire, man.
Marcus Allen was kind of like that, but that's why he also got bounced.
Yeah.
Besides those issues, but Marcus.
He went against the big dog. He was gonna lose.
He went against Al.
And Marcus was a little Hollywood. He was a little Hollywood, man.
Well, everybody knows he was involved with OJ's wife. That's also
but from what I hear, he was involved with a lot of people's wives, but that's neither here or there. Ain't none of my business, man. But,
anyways.
Yeah. See, got reel me back in. We're going real back.
No, but he was a badass running back, But Josh Jacobs was very vocal. Josh Jacobs was very vocal, though.
See, that is why I wanted to keep him. Not only because of just his production, but that leadership in the locker room and guys like gravitated towards him. Like to me, being voted a captain mid-season by your peers, to me, that means everything to me.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, coaches, I know who you may have picked and wanted, but all the leaders of the team said, hey, we made a decision. He's going to be a leader because he's already doing the leader characteristics anyway. Right, that means a lot. Like to me, that's worth the extra $2 million he wanted a year. That for me, but that's water under the bridge.
He must have had a lot of faith in Zamir. He must have had a lot of faith in Zamir White.
How y'all feel about Zamir? Before I move on, are you guys comfortable with him being RB1?
I like with him and the guy from Minnesota. I don't remember his name, but it should be all right. I think it's pretty good. I mean,
all right. I'm not going to debate it. I was just curious. Because I know how I feel. A lot of people know how I feel. Zamir, all I know is Zamir better ball out this year. That's all I'm gonna say.
I think if he balls out like he did towards the end of the season, I think we should be okay.
Yeah, he had a lot more pop than Jacobs. I mean, Jacobs started looking like he's slow, especially last year at the beginning. He looked like a turtle, man. He looked real slow.
Fact.
Do you think that happened because he missed training camp?
They kept saying it wouldn't matter, but it did look like it mattered to me.
Because the year before he was balling out. He was on fire, and then he got his contract, and all that. The situation happened, and then he started the year slow, and then it didn't progress positively. It just kind of like it was stagnant.
No, I agree. To me, I have a friendly debate with my boy Turf, the Ultimate Raider fan, because he always tries to remind me that the reason Josh didn't have a good season last year was solely because he missed training camp. I tend to push back on that because training camp's a couple weeks.
Right.
If it was just because he missed training camp and was out of shape, then by like week 4, realistically, he should be in good shape and it should just snap. I just don't think our offensive line was that good. Because the year before, people fail to realize, as great as Jacobs was that year before, he led the league in rushing, according to PFF. And again, you take that with a grain of salt. I think the advanced analytics of, they said that I think he had the number 1 percentage of forced missed tackles. So and again, I don't even know how they calculate it, but it's not just regular missed tackles, but it's like forced missed tackles. So I think it has something to do with like behind the line and stuff like that. All that tells me is he got a lot of those yards on his own.
Yeah.
You should not expect that from running backs. Now, last year he just wasn't able to do it. But like for people to act like he just is trash all of a sudden, I'm not buying it. That's just me. I'm not buying it.
He definitely was not trash, but he definitely seemed to like slow down for some reason, or just not be able to make the plays that he did the years past.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and you got to think about it now. It looks like they're trying to say like running backs, like life in the NFL is probably getting less than 5 years, maybe like 3 to 4 years for running backs, because they just get hit so much.
Yes.
And they just wear down really fast. I mean, you didn't want to end up with like a Zeke, you know what I mean?
Right.
A guy getting paid money, like a lot of money, and then he already got hurt again last year too. I mean, he's always had some injury concerns. So it was time to let him go. I'm glad he went to the Packers though. That's a good team. I'm glad he's gonna be on a good team.
I'm telling you, man, he's gonna show out the Packers. He's gonna show out, and I'm not gonna be one of those fans that I told you so type fans. But I remember when Charles Woodson left, and I told myself, I'm like, I am gonna root for the Packers as long as they don't play the Raiders. And I just remember Charles Woodson just spread his wings and blossomed when he left us.
That was hard for me though.
It was hard, but the thing is, like, and honestly, I thought Nnamdi was going to do it as well, but yeah, Nnamdi, they tried to have Nnamdi in the zone scheme. He was getting killed over there.
Yeah, no, I have a feeling Josh is going to do very well next season. You know, because he's going to want to prove the Raider organization wrong.
Exactly.
You know, so he has a fire already under him.
Exactly.
Now, the following year after that, who knows?
Yeah, I know. I do have a funny story though, Chris. When I went to the game with my homie Raider Joe, we went to the game over there in Green Bay, and I remember being at the game. We were sitting there, and Josh had a big run. That was the year we lost. You know, we had Carr and everything in Green Bay, but they had a big, and I started cursing like, "Oh yeah, motherfucker!" Like I said, I'm sorry if I said too much, but I went, and people were like, "Hey, you can't talk like that here.
Watch your language.
You can't talk like that here." We were surrounded by all these big white women. You're all packed in the seats. It was real. I mean, every seat over there is like a bleacher. I don't know if you've been there. At Lambeau, every seat's a bleacher unless you're up in the boxes. Yeah. So it was real tight, man. There was some big ladies. And, hey, you can't talk like that. But I remember because Josh took off on a sick run, dude. And I remember that game. We were right in that game, and then Aaron Rodgers took over, man. We couldn't beat him.
It is what it is. That's right.
Sorry to go on a tangent. Sorry, I had to say it.
That's funny. That's funny.
Have you guys ever been? Speaking of travel, have you guys ever been to Lambeau yet?
I haven't. I want to go, but honestly, not only are the tickets usually expensive, but to get there, like the hotel, it's like the whole experience is expensive. I don't know if it's because it's just like a small little town, but like I remember just trying to get a flight. I'm like,
it's complicated. You got to fly to Milwaukee. We flew to
Milwaukee, drive. Yeah.
And then we got a car and we drove up like 2 hours to get to
Jesus.
And then you take a little, and then there's not that many hotels, but you get the hotel. What's crazy is that the stadium is in a neighborhood, like a suburb.
That's what I heard.
It's crazy. What I heard. Like you're seeing people, like I don't know how people get it, but they get the houses. And they party out the houses, like. But
see, that's what I would want to do. That's what I would want to do.
I'm talking across the street from the stadium.
Yeah, that's what I'd want to do.
Yeah, that stadium is definitely on my bucket list. You know, I want to go there.
Cool. It's
at least for one game.
The game, even though we lost, it was sad, but you can walk a few yards from the stadium, and there's like a Packers like whole zone, like all kinds of like cool outside bars and just chilling. In the winter, I don't know how that works because that's gotta be horrible. But they're all outside.
Oh yeah.
So are the ticket prices comparable to like Las Vegas, or are they more expensive?
It's cheaper than Las Vegas.
So then we're good.
Yeah, well, no, what I'm saying, when I wanted to go, Las Vegas wasn't even in the mindset, but
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no.
but now it's like, yeah. But back then I was like, woo, I'd rather just go to Oakland because Oakland wasn't shit.
Oh,
You know,
Yeah, oh,
nothing.
my poor wife went so many times with me to Oakland. Man, I'm telling you, the only time we saw them win was that game against the Bengals that last season. We had been there 14 times and seen them lose coming from LA driving. Me and my poor wife,
crazy.
and me being mad the whole way home too. Like, fuck.
That's crazy because I honestly been to a lot of Oakland Raider game like wins, like, but the thing is, I've been to some bad losses too. Like I remember the worst one that I just left. Again, I'm from Ohio. I travel all the way to Oakland to go watch this damn game. It was the home opener against the Broncos. It was that year that we had D'Angelo Hall. And I forgot that what was his name? Eddie something. Or I forgot the receiver.
We had Lewis Murphy, and they were like they're all rookies.
Probably Eddie Royal. Was Eddie Royal? Maybe it was Eddie Royal. I don't remember. But all I know is I felt that D'Angelo Hall, was that his name? D'Angelo Hall. He was a corner, right?
Corner. And we dropped him. We ended up cutting him that year.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we traded for him.
Yeah, we traded for him.
Yeah, we traded for him because that year Al Davis lost his mind because I think he went and got
Lane Kiffin's that was Lane Kiffin's first game, I think.
Was it?
Yeah,
maybe
they lost. They lost at the end, but I think they even had McFadden.
This ain't the year then because we got smacked. We lost by like 50. It was nasty work.
Oh no.
Yeah, because it was like D'Angelo Hall kept getting killed. And I remember, I think we had Javon Walker back then because Al Davis was like, he was just giving out money, man. But I just remember D'Angelo Hall got beat like on the same play, like for like I think it was Eddie Royal, and he beat him for like he probably got like $150 on him, average 75 yards per catch. It was something stupid like that. I was like, I'm out of here, bro. I'm out of here. I'm getting on the BART and I'm going somewhere else.
Who was the quarterback at that time? Was it Andrew Walter? I mean, tell someone in the chat. Look that up.
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody will probably know, man. At that time, it may have been, I don't know. Somebody probably remember. You'll see. D'Angelo Hall was playing man coverage for the Raiders, and everybody know D'Angelo Hall was a zone guy. So, but he was trying to go. I want to say it was Eddie Royal. I want to say, but he got burnt. He got killed, man. I was like, I'm out of here.
Wow.
So what game are you planning to go this year?
I don't know. I was talking to Walter about it. So I'm waiting till the schedule comes out. I think it comes out probably this time next month. So I don't know about the Vegas games yet, but I'm for sure going to Miami, and I'm going to New Orleans. I'll go to Baltimore if it's during like the warmer season. Like if it's earlier in the year, I'll probably go to Cincinnati since it's down the street. But and then I want to go to a Vegas game, maybe 2, and then I'm thinking about going to LA.
Come to LA, baby.
Come to LA.
I've never been to LA, but I heard LA's where it's at.
Well, it's the closest tailgate experience to Oakland.
To Oakland, yeah,
that's for sure.
Oh yeah. It's bad. It's bad over there. SoFi, we just take over SoFi.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even though every time I've gone for regular season, they've lost, but I still go.
Oh, but the tailgate is amazing. You know, it feels like Oakland.
Yeah. That's what I hear. That's what I hear. I definitely want to, just because when I became a fan of the Raiders, it was during the LA. Actually, it was LA because LA was when they go to LA.
They went to LA 82, 81, 82.
I think it was, because they won the last Super Bowl in LA, right?
Yes.
They were there a year and then they won Super Bowl. I lived in the 83 Super Bowl. So
yeah, so so I started being a fan when they were in LA because I was so I've always liked that, and I've just never had a chance to go, man. So I'm.
It's real gritty, man. It's not. I mean, honestly, like in the area, if you've ever been to that part of Inglewood, I mean, I know you have, but it's not the nicest area. It's just when you get in the stadium, though, it's cool because Raider fans go hard, man. Even like when it was at Dominguez, like when they would have it at the Charger game over there, like it's crazy. It's like that's right by Compton, but the tailgates were insane
They
there
were.
for the Charger
That's
game.
what I heard.
Yeah,
That's
because
what I heard.
it was a very small stadium, very nice parking lots. So
Oh,
it was
awesome.
great. It was great.
Yeah, that's where I went to college. That's why I went
Me
to college.
too.
Oh, you went to Dominguez too?
Yeah, I went to Dominguez.
That's where I learned all what I know how to do. That's why I know how to do this because I went.
Yeah, School of Education, right?
I went to the Digital Media Arts program.
Oh, really? I went to the graphic design, the arts department.
What year did you graduate?
2002.
I graduated 2001.
Oh, no way!
Look at me get old friends together. Y'all's probably doing keg stands.
Yes,
y'all
sir.
doing keg stands at the damn local frat party. Y'all don't even know it.
We're at Compton.
Man, we used to hang out at the bistro. Did you ever hang out there?
Yeah, dude. We go there. We had a thing called Raider Club, and I was telling my students you could buy beer right there for cheap.
Yeah,
man. We go back behind the velodrome and hang out, and then we come back. But that was before that little stadium was even built, you know?
Yeah. They had the velodrome there, and then they knocked it down.
There. Dude, so you literally graduated the year after me.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
We're going to have to meet up.
Definitely. Where do you stay at?
I stay in Whittier. So.
Oh, I live here in Long Beach.
Oh, man, you're right there.
Yeah.
Cool, bro. For sure.
Yeah.
We got to get together, man. For sure.
Look at this. Look at Protect the Shield doing some networking, baby.
Chris, now we got to go. Now we got to meet up at the game.
Well, see, I already told Chris that if he goes to Vegas, I got his ticket.
Oh, shoot.
So he's got to go.
I'm there, baby.
You must be balling then.
Oh, no.
I told you. I told you. He makes more money than Aiden O'Connell. I tried to tell y'all.
I have a great wife. And she knows how much of a Raider fan I am. And she's like, you know what? You only live once. Get some season tickets. And I was like, I love you.
Dang, that's cool. That's a good investment, though.
It is, definitely. It is.
That's awesome, bro. I'm so happy we got us together today, Chris.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I'm telling you, man, I understand. You know what I'm saying? I put the pieces together, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a connector. But shout out to Edgar, man. So Edgar said 2008, Jamarcus Russell, Fargus was RB1. Ronald Curry. Yeah, Ronald Curry wasn't tight end. That's not true.
Yeah.
No, Ronald Curry was a wide receiver.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think 2008. Who could have been the tight end?
Was it no, that's too
whoever was before Miller. Whoever was before Zach Miller. Rolando
McClain
or whatever.
No, Ronald McClain was defense.
No, Miller. Who was the guy that what's his name?
That's a stumper.
Who? Yeah. Who did what's his name punch? Romanowski. Ronald Williams?
Ricky Dudley?
No, he wouldn't touch Ricky Dudley. Ricky Dudley would have ate him for lunch, bro. Ricky Dudley would have ate him for lunch. Nah, it was Ricky like okay. He said it was Zach Miller. Okay.
It was Zach Miller, right?
It may have been
Doug Jolly.
Maybe, but okay. But it could have been Miller. It could. I thought Miller was
good. Miller was good, dude.
Yeah, then he left to Seattle.
Miller, but we still, even then, I think we were barely getting DHB. Didn't we have Hayward Bay yet or no?
Hayward Bay was more of Hugh Jackson, so that may have been like 2010, 2011.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doug Jolly, Doug Jolly. I kind of remember that, but I don't know.
Yeah,
Who knows?
Jolly.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
But anyway,
Alfredo, he said PTS was also United Soulmates. He crazy. Let's see. Hey, Leo said Whittier girls where the girls are prettier. Okay.
Yes, sir.
That's where they at. Okay,
my wife and daughter.
Okay.
Sir.
That's what I'm saying. All right, let's see, man. What else? Chad Shillings. I remember Shillings.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, let's see what else I got, man, before I get too drunk.
Hey, I don't know how you do it, Chris. How do you not go to the bathroom, man? I'm dying right now.
Hey, man, it's all good. If you got to go ahead and go, man.
Yeah.
Pause on the mic. I'll be right back.
Me.
Nah, let's see. Well, I'm about to put. Let me put him off real quick. Let's see. So I do want to get okay. So here's something else that kind of got me they got me fired up just listening to Max. This was are you into like UFC and all that stuff?
I used to be. I
Okay.
used to be when it first started with Gracie and all those guys.
Oh yeah, Gracie and Tank Abbott and all them
Yeah.
dogs. Yeah, no, I'm with you. Actually, before I put this, man, everybody in the chat, I appreciate you guys. I just want you guys to know, man. Let's see.
Yeah.
Chris, Leo said Chris has a bucket under the desk. He said he has a porta potty under his chair. Hey, don't worry about what I got going on. All I know is I got a bladder, man.
Hell yeah.
Hey, Queen V say he wearing diapers. Hey, man, don't tell my
clowning.
Don't tell my secrets, Queen V. Oh man, I appreciate y'all too. Yeah, hit the likes. I was about to say, man, hit the likes. I don't know how many likes I got, but I know Shield Squad be looking out. But you guys don't understand how much those likes, man, help. I don't ask for money or nothing from you guys. I just want likes. That's free. Just help me get my content out there. That's all I care about.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, Walter. So one thing I want to ask. So I want to play this and kind of get what you think, man. Just hearing Max say this.
I joke about it, but I'm serious. Like, I love violence. Like, I love watching. There's nothing more pure than watching two savages go in there, and like, there's nothing more to it. It's me or you. You know what I mean? That's how I approach my training. That's how I approach football. It's me versus that O lineman or shit. Y'all are blocking me with 3. It's me versus all 3 of you motherfuckers. You know what I mean? So that's what I love about fighting so much. And how.
Bro,
yes,
that's what I'm saying. Like, am I tripping, man? Like,
no.
This is what I be needing. This is what I be needing, man.
Come on, man. Look, I became a Raider fan because of Lyle Alzado.
Is that so? The vibes.
That is what I think the Raider organization needed. We unfortunately live in a time where people get canceled, but this is football.
This is football, man.
This is a violent game. We can't just not touch the quarterback. You got to get in there. You got to get rough. You got to get dirty. And Max, oh man, that boy can do it.
Oh, and that's honestly, and that's that's all I be wanting, man. I just love hearing stuff like that. It's just, and honestly, I think Devontae said something similar. I think a year ago, it was like, I know I'm never gonna get single coverage, so it's like I'm used to it. So if it's 2 of y'all, okay, I just got to beat 2 of y'all.
Oh yeah.
So it was like, if it's 3 of y'all, I just got. If I could beat 2, how come I can't beat 3? And I just love that mentality. So it's like you can't just trade that away when you're not like, when he says something you don't like. It's like that mentality is a winner mentality, a refuse to lose mentality. I love that.
You throw him plus the cameraman. He throw the cameraman too.
Yeah. Cameraman, move.
Yeah, stiff arm. Anyway, sorry, man.
Yeah,
thanks. I'm back.
You back? Hey, man, they over here getting on me. They was roasting me, saying I got a diaper on, saying I got a porta potty under the desk.
How do you do it?
I make it happen, man. You know what I'm saying? Under this desk, it is what it is. But shout out to Rudy in the building. He said the quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard. Shout out to Al Davis, man.
Yes, sir.
For sure. Man, we're way longer than I wanted to. I just got a couple more things to talk about, and then I promise I'll let y'all go.
Okay.
Another thing that Max said that kind of fired me up, just the camaraderie of the guys. Guys are all in, and he wants to make sure they're all in.
Do you have any like off-season plans with the guys? You mentioned quarterbacks, so like when I was in Pittsburgh, Ben would take the receivers to his place at somewhere secluded. Don't know. Didn't get the invite for that one, D. Do you have any plans like that with the guys? Because you're a captain.
Just bought a new place, building a whole facility basically at the house. So Fridays are they're technically off. I mean, Fridays are going to be at the crib. We have the field, we have the basketball court, pool, the whole deal, and just have the guys over and just work, bond, spend time together, and get closer, especially before we get to camp. Even offensive guys, like even Minshew and all those dudes, like I want all of us to spend time together because at the end of the day, we're all relying on each other to win. So Yeah, I definitely plan on having the guys on Fridays at the crib once everything is.
The crib. Let's call it the compound.
Compound. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it, man.
Hey, that hits hard, Chris, for me, man. Let me tell you right now. I used to play in bands, and so one of the like when we were in a band, like you're like in a team, you know. So actually, I ended up living with friends that was my band. You know what I mean? And we were like everything was the band, and everything we were doing was just. That's actually why I went to Dominguez, because Sublime, the group Sublime, recorded at Dominguez Hills.
Yeah.
And so everything was banned. So I identify with that so hard because I live with my bandmates. You know what I mean? I live with my best friend and my brother, and it was just
the difference maker, awesome. Man. Yeah, it was brothers, man.
Yeah. And even like we're doing right now, Friday nights, right here, we're kind of at the crib together.
Hey, I love it, man. Like honestly, like my crew, my TRS crew, you know, Leo, Cheeto Linus, and Rundown, like them is. You know, the thing is, again, being from Ohio, like I don't come across too many Raider fans, but the fact, like I've only been doing this for a year, and just my little bit of interaction with these guys are gonna be friends for life, you know, and going to the draft together, like now it's like they're brothers, man. So, you know, spending that little bit of time matters for sure.
No, and honestly, go ahead.
Go. I was just gonna say, like, my wife always laughs at me because when I'm around here in SoCal, like. Everywhere you go, there's Raider fans. So we always like say, "Hey, what's up, man, Raiders?"
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? And my wife's like, "You have to say it every time, don't you?" I'm like, "Because it's like family, honestly." Like, I'm like, "Hey, Raiders," you know, like even if I'm at Disneyland or whatever we're doing.
Yeah, like, and that's exactly what I was going to say. You know, is that no matter where you are, if you see another individual wearing Raider gear or that they see you with your Raider gear on, they know what's up. Family. You know, it is. You know, and it's such an amazing feeling. Because you know that at the end of the day, you might not know each other. You know, you might live in two different worlds, but you come together for the Raider Nation.
Yeah, and hey, let me recommend this to you, Chris. If you like that, go to the New Orleans game.
Yes.
If you go down there, man,
I've been to the last two.
Oh, so they go.
Oh yeah, I don't miss New Orleans.
Dang, I didn't. Yeah. I wish I would have known you were going. Oh, I didn't know you then, but
yeah, I don't miss Reno. Oh man, because that was during Halloween. That was so fun. Like, in fact, I had so much fun that game. I didn't even care that we lost like that because I had so much fun with the Raider Nation the night before. I mean, I was pissed, but it was like that was so fun. And then I was there for the 2016 year where it was a season opener.
Season opener, yeah. The one we
won.
Yeah,
that was when Tom Cable pulled his that wasn't Cable, that was Del Rio pulled his balls out and went for two.
Yep.
Went for two and threw it to Crabtree in the corner, man. Mm-hmm. I'll never forget that, man.
You must have been going wild.
Oh my God. Honestly, that was my funnest Raider game moment because you know like I didn't get a chance to go to like that Chargers playoff game or the one that got us to the playoffs.
Oh, that was a great game.
I've never seen us win a playoff game, so I was too young to really be able to enjoy that. But that Saints victory was the funnest I've had at a game.
Dang, that must have been wild.
It was crazy.
I was at the one. That last one was sad. I was real. I took it on the chin.
Oh yeah,
I was in a bad way after that game.
Not me. I was like, hey, I had fun. I'm not gonna let the rate because you know what? I want to ask you guys, and again, man, I keep looking at the time. I promise I'll finish.
It's all good. I already took a piss, so I'm good.
Okay, but I just want to respect y'all's time.
You got me for 20 minutes.
No, I'll be done before then. But no, so one thing that bothers me, and it actually changed me, was because after the game, I used to always get so pissed off because I'm so competitive. I'm like ultra competitive. Like I don't like losing. You know, I play sports my whole life. Like if you are the person I'm going against, like we're not even if I knew you in high school or college, we're not friends. Whatever. Like I cannot stand after the games. These guys swap jerseys, take pictures with each other, and hug. Like when they started doing that, that made me like stop getting so mad at games because it used to mess up my whole weekend. For one, it would mess up my Sunday, but then it would like drag on to the week. Like I wouldn't get over that loss until like Thursday. But then I started thinking like I'm over here pissed off, but the guys that are playing got these hot wives. They drive these unbelievable foreign cars. They're going home to their mansion. And, when they lose, they're not thinking about it. But me over here in Columbus, Ohio, I'm pissed off. Can't nobody talk to me. If you talk too crazy to me, we might, whatever. I might yell at you. But I'm like, I'm done with that. Like if these guys don't get that upset after the game, I'm not getting that upset after the game. And I really used to do that. Like, I would treat people I care about and love totally based on what the Raiders did. And I'm like, never again. No, I'm serious. So that's why, like, when I went to the Bears game last year with Leo, got our butt kicked. People were like, "Oh, I'm sorry you spent all that money to go watch." Don't feel sorry for me because I had fun all weekend. Yeah. I had a blast with my Raider fans. I had a blast with Leo. So that's kind of where I'm at now. I used to not be like that, but I'm not gonna let them control my happiness no more.
That's good. You learned that. You learned that early. How old are you?
I'm 41.
Okay, so you're a younger man than me, so you figured it out quicker.
Yeah, you did.
I still kind of get, if I travel, especially if we go far and then like we lost, like that game, and I was sad after that New Orleans game. I couldn't snap out of it. Plus, there's some spooky aspects to New Orleans that kind of got to me. If he asked the homie Raider Joe, he'd be like, yeah, Ernie got kind of out of it,
Hey, well, shout out to Leo. Leo lost a whole tooth. He lost a whole tooth there.
See,
I'll let him tell the story one day. I don't know if he wanted me to tell you that story. He lost. He said he's going to go back and get his tooth. He's going to find his tooth in New Orleans.
Oh, I'll ask him on Sunday.
Your phone doesn't work there. You know what I mean? Like we kept walking in circles. Like we were walking wrong. Like, my wife was trying to take us on the spooky tour. Couldn't find it.
Oh, in the graveyard.
Yeah, something like, and then we just kept walking. I was getting pissed. I was like, nah, this is no good. So I think I want to go to Cincinnati though. Is Cincinnati cool?
Oh yeah. No, if it's earlier in the season, man, definitely come on, man. I might even try to link up with somebody and throw something myself, like throw like a tailgate or some kind of party the night before or something, man.
That'd be dope.
I'll let you know.
My homie Joe had mentioned he's watched the show and he's like, they're playing poker right now, but he's like, yeah, dude, tell him about Cincinnati.
Yeah.
So, we never been there. I've never been there.
Yeah, Cincinnati's a cool little city, man. It's right along the river, man. It's pretty cool. Roland Williams, that's what I was thinking about.
Oh, Roland Williams.
That's what I was thinking about. Yeah.
Wasn't that the guy who played basketball? Like he was a really good basketball player.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
No, that was Ronald Curry.
Oh, Ronald Curry.
No,
Ronald Curry was a basketball player.
No, Curry was a quarterback.
Yeah, he was a quarterback. No, he played
football, but he played basketball.
For North Carolina.
Yeah.
For North Carolina. That's true.
Yeah, no, to your point, Chris, about, just not taking it so hard. I was similar to you to when the Raiders lost, it lasted days, but after I actually got to attend more games and actually interact with the Raider Nation and before and after the game, it didn't seem that bad because I was still enjoying my time with my brothers and sisters. Like case in point, I believe last season I think it was the Denver Raider game in Allegiant Stadium. The day before the game or the night before the game, the Black Hole did a big event at one of the bars at Mandalay Bay. They had Corrupt performing live. They had Battle Cat.
Yeah, they always had that.
Oh man, that was amazing. It was amazing. And just that experience alone, obviously I went with a buddy of mine, but just that experience alone, being around all my brothers and sisters of the Raider Nation, just partying it up, having a good time and listening to good music, having some drinks, it just made the trip worthwhile. Yeah, unfortunately, no, we won that game. So even it was even better.
Made it even better. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but, many times that I've gone to a game and we lost, you know what? It's all good because I knew that the nation had my back. We had a good time together till the next one.
Yeah, for sure.
You guys are a lot more positive than me. I'm going to tell you right now.
Well, I wasn't though before.
I took some long drives from Oakland. Like, fuck, man. Dang.
Well, see, the cool thing about me and when I would go to the Oakland games, because it's about a 7-hour drive. My best friend.
You got to take breaks.
Yeah, my best friend lives in Dublin, which is I think maybe like a 30-minute BART train ride. Yeah, so I'd go to his house. We'd hang out for the weekend, go to the game, and then take the BART back home. and then come home like a day or two later. So it wasn't that bad, but I could imagine.
Fly in or what, you take a flight?
No, we drive up like let's say on a Friday, and then be with my friend and his family Saturday, and then head up to the game Sunday, and then head back home on Monday.
What's crazy, Chris, for you because you don't really know California, but if you drive from LA to Oakland, it's almost like a straight line. Like
yes, on the 5 freeway.
Like you could just go in a straight line for like almost 350 miles, and then you're there.
That's fire. That's fire.
But now it's like a 3-hour drive.
Yeah, to
Vegas.
And it's way more fun.
Yes,
but the tickets are way more expensive.
Yes,
they are.
That's why traveling's so cool because I've been to Vegas. I mean, cool with Vegas, but like I really like to go check out other cities and see the.
Me too. I to me, I prefer it just because, and plus, like I'm a shit talker, so like I kind of love just like the whole. Just banter going back and forth, man. So it's always fun, I mean, in a good way, I don't get.
What was your favorite city?
So the favorite city is to me, it's always New Orleans. But I really used to like Nashville back in the day.
But was it your favorite because of the city or because of the
game,
of the fandom behind the game?
So I really like New Orleans just because I love the city because it's so like cultured and they celebrate everything. So it's like and I feel like Raider Nate, we took over the French Quarter, like down in New Orleans. Every time I've been there, we took over. Great food. I'm a fat boy, so I love their food. But Nashville was fun too because I like the setup of like the downtown Nashville. So like it's like a
the bars and clubs, right?
Yeah. So it's fun. The girls are hot, with their little cowgirl boots and stuff. So that's always fun. And then I like going to games in Miami, but I hate how it's set up because the stadium is so far from like where you stay in Miami. So,
that sucks.
Yeah, but Miami's Miami.
Cool spot.
Where?
San Diego.
I heard that. See, I never been to a game there.
Amazing because it was a takeover, complete takeover.
Yeah,
it's like here in LA though. It's just like here in LA.
Yeah, but the cool thing about San Diego was that everybody from LA was there. Everybody, and then all the Oakland fans, and then obviously if from everywhere else, we would just take over all of the Qualcomm Stadium.
Yeah,
it was.
What was sweet about there too is pretty there. Like in LA,
yes,
it's ugly right there. Like that down there by Jack Murphy Stadium was pretty. It was real nice down there.
Yeah, and
San Diego's sweet, man.
It was right off the freeway too. Right off the 805 or something like that.
And the tailgating was insane. I used to take my RV down
in
there.
San Diego.
Yeah, we take an RV. I'd rent an RV for here in LA, and we'd drive down with the RV like 3 or 4 times. It's bad.
And it was only a 2-hour drive.
Yeah, it's 2-hour drive.
Sweet. That'd be sweet.
It was nice. It was really, really nice down there.
Yeah, now it's just an Uber ride to Inglewood.
Yeah, but it's just so ghetto right there. It's just rough. Like the parking and shit, you got to park off site. It's like if you wanted to park there, dude, it's like $300. Like, it's insane. It's like
where at a SoFi?
At SoFi, yeah.
Yeah, if you want to park
it's
where the tailgate in.
So how do people get there?
They shuttle in, they Uber, they do all this shit.
Yeah, they have these shuttle stations like 5-10 miles out. You go park at like parking structures, and then buses bring you in, and then they take you out. Yeah, it's like what, like $20, right, or something like that.
Yeah, like there's one at the Inglewood, like City Hall. And that one's like $20, $30, and then you just park, and then they bring you in a bus, and the bus keeps running. You know what I mean?
Yeah, all throughout the game and after the game.
Yeah, but if you do that, you're not having a tailgate. You're just gonna be going to one. You're gonna go to a tailgate.
That's fire. Cool. Well, guys, man, before I wrap up, man, I do want to talk about the draft a little bit because, we got some, where we're 6 days away.
It's close.
So let me know just real quick, man. And shout out to my boy MC Raider, man. Appreciate you coming through, MC Raider. Condolences on your loss, man. You're my guy. Can't wait to see you in a couple days in Detroit. We're gonna have fun. But so Walter, man, kind of tell me who are some of the prospects you're looking at. What would a what would a successful draft look like to you?
Personally, I'm already kind of tired of this whole quarterback hype. I think we should draft based on our needs. Offensive line, defensive line. Just solidify our team in general, and not just give all our money to one player without any guarantees. Because we've done that in the past, where we go for the best player available, and it doesn't pan out. I understand AAP has his favorite, and obviously the Raider Nation has their favorites, but I think we should go definitely offensive line.
Yeah. No, I agree. Is there anyone in particular you're looking at? Do you want to move down, move up, or are you married to any
Not
prospect?
really. Not really. Like I was telling you earlier, I don't like this time of year because everything is speculation.
Yeah.
And then you have all these industry insiders talking the players up, and then you fall in love with those players, and then the team doesn't pick them. And then you're like, what the hell, man? So I just try and stay away from it. I just try not to listen to it.
I tell people that's so much, man, and especially it's even worse now because of the mock draft. Anybody can do it.
Yes.
Because before a mock draft, you just wait to ESPN or NFL Network. Now, Dub Raider can do one. Raider Earn can do one. Like we all can do one.
Right.
And now we think we're GMs. Like we think the draft is all about just pushing a button and thinking who you can get. But no, it's way more complicated than that. And
it is.
And then we get pissed off. That's what it is.
Yeah, and then I don't like when they pick. Let's say our team has needs, right? Offensive line, center, whatever. But then the player that they wanted was already chosen previously. They pick the best player available.
No,
I don't like that.
Me either.
I don't like
the best
that.
Player available at the position we need.
Right, exactly. Fill those needs.
Yeah.
But I never was able to grasp that concept.
It's like why get the best defensive end when you have Max Crosby and Malcolm Kuntz?
Right.
It's like, come on, like we have a right guard issue. We have a right tackle issue. Why aren't we getting the best person there? And
then they talk about, it's for depth. I'm like, you get depth behind the third round.
Depth to me, depth is a luxury. Like we're not good enough to really have depth yet. We got to fill the holes first.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now, once you fill the holes, then it's like, okay, I can get a backup. It's like
exactly.
No, I ain't gonna say that. Anyway, but Ern, what do you think, man? What's your thoughts?
Well, I'll tell you, my instinct is to throw the bomb and like give everything to get Caleb. Give it.
Wait, Caleb?
Yeah. Like,
no.
Give
Caleb?
everything.
Really?
Yeah. He's soft as Charmin, man. He's soft as Charmin, man.
I'm just saying, if I was the owner, I would do that.
Dog, Caleb is in
unequivocal, man. Like, there's no doubt about it. If you ever seen him play, like if you're watching,
no, he's a beast. He's a beast. But the thing is, when things start getting tough, man, he sits. Man,
imagine him I would just love to have seen him with somebody like AP on his ass. Like
he'd fold. You know what I mean? I think he would fold.
Okay, let's say for example, that does happen. How much are we going to give? No, I know.
That's what I want to happen.
But how much will we have to give for him, though?
Oof.
I'm not interested. I'm not. I'm not. Like, honestly, because in my mind, he like goes to the grocery store and gets a tampon with the pearl. The little pearl the girls, Queen B. Not only the regular tampons, the one with the pearl. Or whatever. That's how soft he is.
I'm just saying, like the story, like it would be like when we got Bo Jackson. It would be like, oh dang, the Raiders are doing this because every time, like even I remember the hype when we got Bo Jackson. It was like unbelievable. Like, oh what? How they pull? He's gonna only play half season. It's gonna be some crazy shit. The Raiders always do some mind blowing things, but I don't think that's going to happen. I
But
think
under Al Davis, though,
yeah, Al Davis would have totally
he
like,
didn't care.
I gotta have
Nah.
my Patrick Mahomes. I gotta have
Yeah.
my Patrick Mahomes.
He just. But my thing is like, but like Bo was a man's man. So it's different. Like it's different when it's a man's man.
He was complicated though. He was complicated.
No, he was complicated. He was complicated, but
Al was visionary enough to know like that's to transcend, especially in LA, which still honestly, this is still LA's market. I mean, this is LA's market. And if you want to be the best in the market, because the Raiders are the best in the LA SoCal market,
yes,
like you got to put a splash. I mean, you imagine the splash, Chris. Like Caleb coming from USC, where he revived USC football. Like football, like was dead to USC almost.
It's like when they picked up Marcus Allen.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
he went from SC to the Raiders, so same stadium. But I don't know, man.
I'm out. I'm sorry.
Everybody else though is not worth it. Like from what I understand from like real scouts, from what I've done a lot of homework, the number one like no fail prospect is Caleb Williams because of his ability, his arm angles, his everything he can do on the run, everything he can do as far as his head, how fast he reads defenses, he processes, like it's unheard of. So he
don't got that like dog in him though. He like you need dog. You need somebody that's just I don't know. I get what you're saying. Like
he's electric. He's electric.
Like if you're taking that variable out of just like mentality and you're doing straight like skill set, yeah, he's by far.
He's got it.
But the thing is like, what happens when there's some adversity? And we're Raider fans, so we know there's adversity. Like, what happens when guys start booing you? You know,
will he be able to take it?
Yeah, like when mommy's not, you can't cry on mommy's shoulder. Like, you gotta man up, man. So you gotta take that little pearl out and change your pearl and put another one in. No, let me stop. Let me stop. All right, guys.
You think he's gonna call Derek Carr?
Oh my goodness. Oh man, shout out to everybody that tuned in today, man. I had a great time.
Yes, sir.
My boy. So before we get out of here, Walter, where can everybody find you at, man? And you know what, I forgot to tell you. So you know that you've been doing your shows, you have to change your settings so people can comment on your videos. I don't know if you know, but people can't comment on your videos. You got
they can't?
Stuff. Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I'll change that. Cool.
Yeah. Check that out.
So he goes live too. He goes live.
No.
He don't do live.
No. We do pre-recorded. We MC Raider and myself. We review cigars and cigar lounges, and also try and promote Raider-backed businesses or Raider-owned businesses. You know, to the community to let them know that the Raider Nation isn't just about football, but about cigar smoking, lounges, and businesses. Because like there's a lot of individuals out there that are big Raider fans that need that help and support. So we want to give it to them.
You need to come to Whittier. You need to come in.
Oh yeah. We're actually hoping in the near future to hit up Havana House.
Yeah, Havana House always seems like they're always putting like 49ers or Cowboys. So
we'll change that. We'll change that.
All right. I'll definitely change that. I'm walking distance from there. So.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, then we should meet up there one of these days, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Just invite me, man. I'll be there.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'd love to be a part of your podcast as well.
Oh, definitely.
And then you should be on ours.
Oh, 100%, man. I'm down. I'm down for anything and everything.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I would love to see that because y'all both do good work, man.
Thank you.
Ern, man, where can they find you, and when are you going to start back up?
We're gonna start back up. I don't know. I gotta talk with Raider Joe, but he's a newlywed. So shout out to Raider Joe.
Shout out to Raider Joe.
Oh, Raider Joe and his son Raider Joe Jr., who was a guest on our podcast when we first started as a little kid, and then he came up, and now he's like a co-host as well. So he's in the military, so he's out there in the Navy. So shout out to Raider Joe Jr. And yeah, you guys, you can find us on YouTube. My tag on my production is it's called Duarte Wood, and yeah, I'm a teacher. I teach this creation, media arts creation, and post production. So, and I want to shout out to Dominguez Hills. Shout out to Dominguez Hills. Toro's in the house.
Right. That's awesome.
Cooker Carson. So, All right. Thanks, Chris.
Cal
Thanks for
State,
inviting
Cal
me.
State Compton.
For
Yes,
sure.
sir.
That's
Yes,
awesome,
sir.
man. Hey, I appreciate everybody. And you know, I'm getting my merch game going, and I'm gonna be working with Walter soon. But I gotta get rid of my current inventory. But if anybody's interested, man, make sure you guys hit me up. I got some hoodies.
Boom.
You know, got some t-shirts, got some tank tops, women's and men's tank tops, man. So and this design is for the Shield Squad. Everybody knows that, you know, my supporters and followers, you know, they're part of the Shield Squad. So, you know, everybody that tunes in every Friday and gives me love, you guys are the Shield Squad. This is you guys. I made this for you guys. So
Get behind the shield.
you know,
Yeah.
so anybody that's interested, man, make sure you guys hit me up, man. I appreciate every last one of you guys.
Yes, sir.
But
Thank
man,
you,
we're about to get up off of here, man. I appreciate it. Let's see. Queen V said, "Great show. Can't wait to go back on when the season starts." Of course, Queen V. You know I got you. I got you. You're one of my first guests on there, so I appreciate you, my dear. But as I always say, guys, players and coaches come and go, but we must always protect the shield. Thank you, guys.
Sir.
I love you guys. You guys be safe.
Thank you, brother.
Let's go. Thank you guys for coming through. If any of you guys are subscribed to Raider Ben, I'm about to be hopping over to his show in about 5-10 minutes. I gotta go pee finally. But hey, appreciate you guys stopping through, man. You guys be safe. I love y'all, and thanks for the support. Let's get it.